guys, in today's video we are going to show you grocery prices here in Canada. We just went to our local grocery store here in Canada, Superstore, and we spent over $75 on 12 staple items, and that is a little bit shocking to us, really.
Yeah, so that's not a full haul, although we will be going over at the end of this video how much we actually spend as a family of 7 every 2 weeks buying groceries here in Canada. But this video is part of a series of videos where we're going to show you how much those 12 staples cost that everyone is going to be buying here in Canada. And then when we move to Portugal soon, we're going to show you the video, a video of how much stuff costs in Portugal, the same items. And when we go on holiday in England, we're going to show you how much stuff costs in England. And then we'll also compare the average salaries of families in those countries, so you can really get a feel for where you're going to get the most for your money, and how much of your wages are actually going on groceries.
So if you're thinking of the cost of living, moving abroad, or just sick and tired of grocery prices skyrocketing, hit that subscribe and follow along.
We're a family of 7 about to cross the world, and this is what it really costs to live in Canada.
And let us know down in the comments how much these 12 staples cost for you and where you are.
These prices don't include tax either, so there's 5% tax on top of these. Like in England, it's going to include the tax, or it did at least when we were there.
Here it goes.
Yeah.
$2.95 for 1 litre. We usually buy these ones for us. They're gallon. Yeah, for like 3 of these. These ones,
Down.
$7.15.
Yeah, there, look. This is the size we normally get, this one here, which is this. I'll buy this one to make it fair.
Yeah.
Take it.
No brand, $6 for 12 rolls.
Just so you know, guys, today is actually Good Friday, so it's like the busiest day. And we're recording, and Brett's probably like freaking out because there's so many people here. It's like the busiest day ever. And we've decided to come and do a video.
Superstore. That? $1.97. Man, it's cheap when you're only buying for like 1 or 2 people, isn't it?
Normally,
Okay.
when we come and do groceries, I buy like 4 to 6 loaves of bread
Yeah.
at once.
Yeah.
Well, that was a little bit more stressful than it needed to be, hey?
I think that was like we planned to go the busiest time of the whole year. I wanted to go there like when no one was there, because I don't really like walking around with camera. But okay guys, so this is the haul from Canadian Superstore, and we're just going to run through what we've got, what it is, the comparison in dollars and euros and pounds, and then like we said earlier, we're going to do another video in Portugal. We're going to do another video in England going over the prices. Now we realise that you can't just compare apples for apples, because in Portugal the average salary is completely different to here, is completely different to England. So when we do our comparison video, we'll go over and cover the average salaries and break it down to how many hours someone would have to work in an average family to purchase this amount of food, just to give you an idea. But for you guys, if you're earning your income in another country, so for us, we would be interested in this. If this was a Portuguese haul, we'd be interested in how much our Canadian dollars could buy. So if you're looking at earning your income outside of the country, outside of Canada, this might interest you. And if you want to stick around till we compare all of the grocery shop hauls we do with the same things, then stick around, subscribe. If you appreciate us walking around in Canadian Superstore on probably the busiest day of the year for some stupid reason, making right lemons of ourselves, then subscribe.
So first of all, we'll do the milk, shall we?
Yeah.
If you want to.
Okay, so milk.
And we got 1 litre. As we don't normally buy this size for here ourselves in Canada. We normally buy
the big ones,
like the massive gallon jug ones.
Yeah.
As we just go through so much milk being a family of 7. But we bought this one because we know that you can buy a litre in the other places. So
so we're trying to do it so you can compare it. So milk is $2.95 Canadian dollars, which is €1.87 and £1.60. So that's your milk.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just pop them over here when we're done.
Cheese, cheddar cheese. I bought 200 grams. I never, ever, ever buy this size.
We do that in
cheese.
If we have a sandwich, that's gone.
Because that is just a tiny amount of cheese.
But that was $3.99 Canadian. It was €2.53 and £2.17 for that small amount of cheese for a sandwich.
As well, we tried to buy like the store brand of every product. So like this is President's Choice.
And we'll try and do that in Tesco's and
the store in Portugal.
And the same equivalent store in Portugal as well, just to give you a rough idea.
So
because they all have different brands that vary from, you can buy eggs for $7.15 or you can buy eggs for $15 if you want to buy organic fancy ones. But
they say these are free run brown.
Free run, I don't know what that means.
But they're just the store's one. They're the store's
Hens
brand.
that live in an open concept barn environment. So there you go.
Obviously not the best eggs, but they're the store's ones. So.
And these are $7.15 Canadian, which is the equivalent to €4.53 and £3.88 for 12 large size eggs.
Bread. Well, that one's right here. Just a regular
white bread. This is no name, so this is the Canadian Superstore brand. And for that bread, it would be $1 Canadian and 97 cents, which is €1.25 and £1.07 for that.
Which seems quite expensive when you convert it. I don't think it was £1. I don't know. For bread.
Things have changed. Let us know, guys.
Yeah.
Go out, do the same. Tag us. Then we don't have to do it.
No, we will be doing it. Pasta. Do you want to grab the pasta, babe?
Pasta. We have so much pasta, so it was kind of painful going out and buying this, but...
And this was just 500 grams of pasta, which I'm sure we'll be able to find in every other store. So.
Yeah, and for us, this was $1.50. And that is the equivalent to 95 cents in euros and 81p in England. So interested to see how they compare.
Yeah, for sure. Rice.
Again, a no-name brand, medium grain, white rice.
And this is 2
kilograms. Yeah. And this would be $9 Canadian, which is the equivalent to €5.70, and pounds would be $4.89 for that. So that seems quite expensive as well. I don't do the grocery shopping, so
the chicken.
I'm just as amazed as everyone else.
The chicken.
The chicken. You don't want to touch the chicken.
No, I'm letting you grab it because it's kind of weird me leaning over.
So this is again the President's Choice Canadian Superstore brand chicken breasts, 0.8 kilograms.
It said to get 1 kilogram, but that was the closest I could get to 1
we can
kilogram.
Yeah. And the chicken is 16 Canadian dollars, which is 10 euros 14, and £8.69 for that.
I think there's only like 3 breasts in there. So.
There's.
Looks like there's only 3.
Yeah, it looks like there's 3 in there. So they're quite large. Okay.
Toilet roll?
Toilet roll.
Toilet roll. We was trying to find a 4-pack, as it said to do a 4-pack comparison, but the smallest we could find was 12 within this store at this moment in time. So,
So 12 rolls of no-name Canadian Superstore brand toilet roll, which is probably, we usually buy nice toilet roll. Or nice
we don't buy Lux toilet roll. We just buy
We don't buy 3-ply.
No, and we don't normally buy all this no-name stuff. I've just done it to try and give a true comparison, like, because every store will have their own version, which is normally a cheaper version. Yeah. So just to try and make it as fair when we're comparing all the
And we will be going over how much we spend a week on our groceries shortly. So stick around to the end for that. But this, for the toilet roll, would be 6 Canadian dollars, which is the equivalent to €3.80 and £3.26 for those bad boys. Okay. Potatoes. So we've got
2 kilograms.
Earth Fresh, 2 kilograms. Can't wait till we can grow these. And
that's an exciting thing too, because a lot of the produce that we buy every single week, we should be able to like
grow some of it. Yeah. That's the plan anyway.
And it's going to be a lot more accessible, like farmers markets and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, we'll be doing a lot more. The farmers markets
we have here is very like there's only certain months of the year, and then it's all the way from BC. It's not very local. Like it is local, but it's like BC and stuff.
Yeah, we'll be shopping a lot more in local places, won't we? Butchers, bakeries, that sort of thing. We've heard that's, follow where the locals go, basically, is where you'll find the cheap stuff. If you go to all the big supermarkets where everyone else goes and all the foreigners, then you'll end up paying a lot of money. So
okay, so for potatoes, how much did they cost us?
$6.99 Canadian, which is the equivalent to €4.43 and £3.80. So that's for the potatoes.
Apples
are...
Brett is quite an apple snob, and these are apples that I know he likes.
I have had one, as you can see. It's a little tester. They were good. Yeah,
what was the size?
I love apples. £5.
£5, yeah. So it said to get 1 kilogram. I don't know what that is in pounds, but...
No idea. No. But we got £5, so we'll get the equivalent. But for those apples, these are actually 9 Canadian dollars and 99 cents, which is the equivalent to €6.33 and £5.43. So let us know what the...
so some expensive apples.
Let us know if that's outrageous. I mean, they're not super expensive, but they're just... Are they? As far as the ones you buy in the store, are they expensive?
Well, I always buy you them ones because you're very particular about the apples.
They have to be crunchy and juicy and sweet.
Okay. Tea bags.
Tea was not on the list, but it's on our list. We thought, what the hell?
Right,
it's not on there. So one of the most important things to us, tea bags.
And there's 60 bags in that one, so we will buy.
This is Tetley. It's not a... I wanted to get one that would sell everywhere. I don't know. I'm not sure they will sell this everywhere. But Tetley, the brand, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. But I just don't know if you get this English breakfast type. But this is for 60 bags anyway. And this was 6 Canadian dollars and 79 cents, which is the equivalent to €4.30 and £3.69 for those bad boys.
Keep saying bad boys to everything. No sugar. 2 kilograms of sugar.
Sucre. And that is sugar. $2 Canadian 97 for that, which is €1.88 and £1.61 for that. So let us know, is that a reasonable amount for sugar?
So our shopping for these 12 staples today cost us $75.45 before tax, which if you convert that to euros is €47.71.
Yeah.
And then in pounds is £40.90. So
£40.
just for these 12 staples.
Which
that
would
we
not feed
purchased
us
here.
for more than a couple days.
They wouldn't do anything for us.
But we are going to go over how much we actually spend so you have an idea. And then, of course, when we do the comparison, when we move to Portugal, and then when we are on holiday in England, we're going to do the same thing. And then we will compare salaries. Can't just compare apples to apples because the buying power of a family in Canada is going to be completely different to a family in Portugal or a family in...
But this video will give people an idea as well, like if they was to come on holiday to Canada with their pounds or their euros, they'll be able to see how far it will go, right? And that was another reason
I think
to
coming
this
here
video.
on holiday with either pounds or euros, you're going to do well anyway.
Yeah.
Just because the Canadian dollar is pretty weak. But
that's
Canadians
to give them
also
an idea
earn a
as
lot
well.
of money. So that's why, even though stuff might be more expensive here, we earn a lot more money than other countries, I think.
So just to give you guys an idea what our roughly outgoings for groceries is, we do we do grocery shopping every 2 weeks, as our wages are every 2 weeks. Fortnightly we get paid. So every 2 weeks we go do a big grocery shop, and then in between then we do go to the store quite a few times. And we're meant to pop in to just get one thing, but it ends up being more things anyway. But for when
I keep saying we should be doing online shopping and stay away from the shops, but
so when we do our actual grocery shopping, I do go to 2 stores. I go to Superstore to get like all of our canned goods and things like that, because we go and do the bulk of it at Costco. So like where we can buy big chunks of meat and bigger bags of potatoes, bigger bags of tea bags. No.
Bigger. They're bigger. They're massive.
What? Like a crate?
Boxes of them, isn't it? It's like a box store.
Yeah. Anyway, you can go there and get bigger sizes of things, and that's why I go
Larger
to Costco.
quantities.
I go to Costco to get things that we need lots of.
What are they? Bigger.
Bigger. There are lots of bigger stuff. Because we are a big family.
Yeah.
I go there.
We are a family of 7 as well, so I think we've mentioned that, but we are a family of 7. So we have my wife and I, we have a 17-year-old, 16-year-old, 14-year-old, 10-year-old, and 3-year-old. So just to give you an idea, that's who we're buying for.
Yeah. So saying that we go to 2 stores, I've combined the totals of them both, and every fortnight we spend roughly $819.62. Roughly, yeah. I added it together and then divided it by how many.
Oh, okay.
To just give you like a
about 820 Canadian, yeah.
And then that works out to be €519.44
every 2 weeks,
and £445.19
every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. So for a month, that means that we spend roughly $1,639.24 on groceries, which is equivalent to €1,038.88. And that, in pounds, is every month we spend roughly £890.37.
Now, if we didn't eat out as much as we do, would that be much higher? Is that an actual honest?
Yeah, this is an
what
honest.
someone could expect to pay? Because if we eat out a lot,
we do.
If we didn't eat out and we had to buy more,
so food, I don't even want to share how much we eat out as well.
No, we eat out a lot.
But we do buy. I do buy groceries for the whole time, and then a lot of the time, like we bank. Like I buy a meal plan for the whole 2 weeks. And then we do bank up, like if we eat out, then it's still in the freezer. And then the next fortnight or so, I obviously won't buy as many meals.
Yeah,
like as close
and the
as I could
average,
get it.
I did look up before the video, and the average salary in Alberta for nearly 60,000. So your average, the average salary here, household salary, if mum and dad are working, is going to be about 120,000 Canadian a year.
If
so that
both
gives you an
parents are
idea.
working
You're spending.
full-time. That's obviously on a full time.
Yeah. So $1,639 a month of that salary is gone. So again, when we compare these, we'll show you the comparison in how much percent of your salary is going on food, and that will give us a much better idea of what is actually cheaper. But if you're coming in on holiday, or you're earning your salary outside of Canada, this is how much this sort of stuff costs. We wanted to do stuff that we'll be able to find in all 3 countries
And things
easily.
that people are actually going to the grocery store.
Yeah, everyone is
to
buying
buy,
this
right?
stuff pretty much, isn't it? But apart from tea, maybe. But you should be if you're not.
someone might be buying coffee instead of tea, right?
Yeah.
But everyone does.
Milk, bread, apples.
I think it's fair
that
to
sort
say
of thing.
everyone does drink tea or coffee. So
Yeah. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed our breakdown of the expenses and of groceries in Canada for a family of 7. And stick around to catch the Portugal version, the England version of this video, and then we'll do like a combined
all 3
comparison.
of them, yeah.
So we'll show you the breakdown as well as the breakdown of salaries and how much percentage of that salary of a family salary would be spent on groceries in each place. So you can get a much better idea of the actual cost of this stuff rather than just the actual dollar, pound, euro amount. Okay. Subscribe, like, hit that notification bell to catch those videos. And next video we are
Pasta de nada.
pastel
We're going
de
to do
nata.
some baking. Going to get our chef hats on and do some.
That's going to be
cooking.
fun.
We'll
Okay,
see,
guys,
it's gonna
you
be
have a
fun.
fantastic day. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.